I am Johnny Boy, the Consumer Monkey McDonald. This is Business Live Global. Let's get ready to rumble! So here I am again, interviewing another business owner or mover or shaker in the world. I want to hear from you, so if you're in business and listening to this, reach out to me and we'll do an interview with you. Today we've got another amazing guest, and you won't believe what song they've chosen. That's really amazing too. So let's enjoy it. The guest today is amazing. I met her at the Inspirational Women in STEM and Construction Awards at the House of Lords. I give you Moradeke Olumogba.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am Nigerian, although I was raised in Nigeria as well as in the UK. And I spent more years in the UK than Nigeria. But I still have my Nigerian culture around me. My family are with me. My sister was always with me. So I feel Nigerian, although I do believe that nurture is more than nature. Nurture means more. But I don't know. I've always it's like I've had a cloud of Nigerianness around me, even though I was raised in the UK for longer than I have been in Nigeria. But anyway, I love engineering.
Yes.
I love being creative. I just, like numbers. I come from a house of 4 children. So we're 6 in our family. I have an older sister, a younger brother, and a younger sister.
Okay, so you're a second child.
Oh. Yeah, I am the second child. Yeah. And I love my little dog, Mordecai.
So I was looking at your website, and there are various visual representations. What is it that so excites you about STEM specifically, and engineering specifically?
It's creative, aspect, really. Just the fact that you're problem solving, you're developing procedures on how to go about, manipulating the forces of nature to your favor, or using it to develop and engender more of, one thing or the other. It's just using nature to be creative, for lack of another word. I think innovate. Yeah. Using nature to innovate, really. That's what I like about engineering.
So are you aware of your thinking, how you think?
Very much. It is a bit weird, but yes.
Okay, so tell me about your thinking.
So I see application as well as procedure. Does that make sense?
Well, let me see if it makes sense. You can conceive in your mind of how an engineering solution will actually be applied on the ground from it's like an immersive video experience where you're seeing the end.
Yeah.
Are you dyslexic?
I haven't. I've taken a test before. I was, it wasn't conclusive. So.
All right. Well, look, I'll tell you what. Let me just read this. There's eight things about certain types of brains. So they can utilize the brain's ability to alter and create perception, the primary ability. That's what you've just described. They're highly aware of the environment. They're more curious than average. They think mainly in pictures instead of words. They're highly intuitive and insightful. They think and perceive multidimensionally using all the senses. They can experience thought as a reality, and they have vivid imaginations. And the reason I know that is because I read that in The Gift of Dyslexia, and I went, yeah, that's exactly it.
Mm, mm,
So when I just described what you described to me, I don't
mhm.
see exactly the same pictures, but I have a visual. I'm watching you create your pictures.
Yeah, yeah. I do see visually.
Mm,
My audio, listening, my audio skills, kinesthetic skills are quite high as well. I love to sing, and I'm in a choir at church.
right.
Um, yeah, so I guess that description does fit me, although every single time I've taken some sort of assessment, it's never been conclusive. I mean, I like to read and I like to
Mm,
ponder and I like to, philosophize and think. My Instagram account, for example,
mm.
it's about writing wisdom quotes that I've made.
Okay.
I mean, with engineering, yeah, I see how what we're learning and what we're trying to solve can actually be implemented
Mm,
from the get-go. But I also see what the steps are to get there.
yeah, yeah.
And, so it's like both application and procedure.
Now then, you are so on the visuals, same sort of concept as a 3D animation, computer animation, the grid. Yeah, so you can, tell me if I'm wrong, but so you can see where you want to end up in a experiential sense of the word. So you might even see a person's face or even have a sensation of the amazement they'll feel when the thing that you're working on has that effect for them. I would imagine there is a quite a visceral sense within you because you've got these additional sensory elevated levels. And then can you do big picture, small picture, big picture? Sorry, that's the wrong way around. Big picture, small picture, big picture, small picture. Can you because you say on your website that you like analog electrics. So do you see things as bits that you can take apart in your
Well,
mind?
yeah, in my mind, um, I mean, I can't 100% say that I always see visuals so clearly,
Mm,
but I just sort of, yeah, I do have a sense. I think when you put it the way you phrased it, probably my kinesthetic is probably higher than the visual. But
mm,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I do see like I see the broad concepts first,
mhm.
then I narrow it down. So yeah, I do see big picture and then small picture and big picture.
Excellent. And you say you love to read. What sort of things do you like to read?
I like reading period drama for pleasure.
Okay.
Um, I like reading philosophical, religious, scriptures, Christ,
Hmm.
things about Christianity, most importantly. Um,
Do you like anything about psychology?
yes, I love psychology as well.
Okay, let me make a book recommendation to you then. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked, and it's a narrative form between a student and a master about the psychology of Alfred Adler, who was a contemporary of Jung and Freud. So, and it's I found it very funny because it tackles this what's called individual psychology, but from a narrative form. Don't want to take your interview. So, with a minute or so to go, Your project that you're working on currently is magnificent. Can you tell us that briefly?
Yeah, thanks. So it seeks to process and classify brain signals. Those are EEG signals in order to be able to understand coma patients.
Mm.
Purpose of it, you know, would be to decode what's going on so we can give them appropriate care.
No.
See, a coma patient is unconscious. They can't respond back to you,
Mm.
um, but they still emanate EEG signals. So we're trying to interpret what those signals are.
That will be magnificent because to think about that from their care's perspective, what you've just explained to me about how you think, that really comes flooding through. What sort of people do you want to connect with? Who do you want to reach out to you as a result of watching you on BLG YouTube or listening to you on the radio station? Who
Um,
do you want?
you know, I mean, I think really people who are interested in learning about or making connections,
Okay.
to design and develop solutions. So people with a science background, or people who are just, or they might even be humanities background, but they can see a connection for the purpose of
Mm.
designing. So, I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, if they would like to connect with me, I'd be
Hmm.
very, very happy because, one of the things I'd also like to do is to start up a tech consultancy
Mm.
would address and the digital transformation that's going on now in humane and sustainable ways.
Did you connect with Paulette Watson?
Paulette Watson, I don't think I connected with her, but I
Okay.
connected with, um,
She is a global tech disruptor.
oh, right.
Yeah, I'll give you her details afterwards. So listen, the time has flown by. I spoke for too long, so I'm sorry about that. The
Oh,
song that we're playing is one that you wrote and sang yourself. We've got some visuals of some very calming, um, beautiful nature. Tell me about the song quickly. Is sort of give us a 30-second description of why
uh,
you sang it.
okay. So the song is basically it's a depicting of emotion that flew out of me when I got to know the love of Christ. So when I
Wow.
really understood what this faith was all about, I just, had like an overflow of understanding, emotion, and feeling. And so it's just basically trying to describe that. And it's called Overflow.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you for being on the interview here with BLG and reach out to my guest today if you're out there looking at this video. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Yesterday, Lord, you came into my life in a new way. Definitely opened up my life to a new array of light, of faith. Give me the spent right words and sounds of your heart through my mouth. Just when you said you are precious to me. And Lord, you have been faithful I've gotta tell you, you need to know of how I love you so. Ooh, oh, oh. Lord, let the music fill your heart, capture my love so clear. See, I'm here to penetrate your heart, press on you this love. Living water overflow, flow, flow, flow. Living water overflow. Ooh, Lord, let the music fill your heart, capture my love so clear. See, I'm here to penetrate your heart and press on you this love overflow.